Hi, Weiyan. I'm very happy to see more essays from you. Good job. I know that you took a break, but I'm glad to see that you're back into it. So let's see what you've done. Okay. The job the job cover letter. Let's say, Dear Sir or Madam, I'm writing in regard to I'm writing in regard to the advertisement for media producer on your website. Okay? Or you could say, I'm writing in regard to the post for media producer advertised on your website last week. I consider myself to be a competitive applicant for the position, not only because of my qualifications and past experience, but also because of my huge enthusiasm in pursuing a career in the media industry. Fine. I hold a master's degree in journalism from Cardiff University, which is renowned as the oldest and most reputed school for journalism and media production in Europe. I achieved excellent academic results, as you can see, not could find out, that's more theoretical, as you can see in the CV attached. Apart from my qualifications, I have worked for 5 years in the media industry, specializing in media production, and I have earned my reputation as a dedicated employee. Having produced many acclaimed programs, I am not seeking better opportunities to further my career. This makes no sense to me. I don't understand this. If you're applying for this new job, then how are you not seeking better opportunities? This is really bizarre to me. I don't know why you wrote this. I don't know what you mean. It definitely doesn't fit for a cover letter. I mean, what are you trying to say? Like, why are you applying for this job? I mean, is it a better company? Is it a better position? Is it more money? I mean, why are you sending this? So this really kind of negates everything you've written so far. Okay, your company has been hailed as having the highest standards in the media profession, which is why I'm very interested in this position. I firmly believe that my professionalism would be a valuable asset to your company. We could discuss this further in an interview, and I look forward to hearing from you. Okay, great. I liked it. There was just that one area which really baffled me. Other than that, fine. Now, one other problem is this. Dear Sir or Madam requires that you finish your letter, yours faithfully. Okay, definitely not best regards. If you do know the name of the person to whom you are writing, then you can complete your letter with something like yours sincerely. But when you definitely don't know the name of the person you're writing to, it should be yours faithfully. The rest of it is fine. Maybe you could have said something a little more about your energy and enthusiasm. All you really said was this. This showed me some enthusiasm, but not really a lot more. I would have liked maybe another sentence or so showing your enthusiasm for the position. Maybe something like, let me think. I know that XYZ, for example, is works for your company and is a leader in this field. And so recently I took a seminar with him or her in order to learn from his knowledge. That shows enthusiasm. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you've been following the company so closely that you've tried to somehow align yourself with their views, their goals, their methods, and so forth, that would show some enthusiasm. Okay, now let's take a look at your task 2. Let's see. People leave rural areas for study or work. What are the reasons, and how about the benefits and disadvantages? Let's see. One of the most prominent elements of urbanization is the flow of the young workforce from rural areas into big cities. Despite some, no, you can't use despite like this. It has an absolutely different grammatical structure, so be aware of that. Even though some people consider it as a worrying trend, in my view, the advantages are far greater than what? The advantages are far greater than the drawbacks. That's how you have to do this. Simple, clear, clean, simple. Okay, to start with, I will provide the reasons for this urban... Okay, I'm not really a huge fan of this. It's a little too elementary sounding. So I would prefer something like this. To start with, there are numerous reasons for this urban migration. Okay, we obviously in IELTS we do have to use I occasionally, usually in our introduction, sometimes in our conclusion, but really if you could avoid it, do try to. All right, so I just showed you a very simple way to avoid it in your body paragraph. You could just say, to start with, there are numerous reasons for this urban migration. First of all, compared to less developed towns and areas, cities harbor better educational resources, which is profoundly tempting for those who wish to access better education. For example, universities usually are located around major cities, offering wider choices at the tertiary level for young people. Secondly, being heavily populated, metropolises offer broader employment prospects. It is more likely that a young job seeker finds a good job and is paid well in the city. Okay, do make that clear. In contrast, there are fewer jobs available in rural areas, and the income is comparably lower. Well, so is the cost of life, but that's a different story. Okay, to argue the advantage... Okay. To argue that the advantages of such migration outweigh the disadvantages, I would like to point out that many pieces of research have shown that the influx of young people into cities could certainly boost the economy, driving up the housing markets as well as bringing together talents from across the country. Hold on, now I'm confused. Do the benefits outweigh the disadvantages? Okay. Okay, let's see, fine. In urban places where there are a large number of young workers, the economy shows strong signs of growth. However, despite the above argument, people should not overlook the setbacks of this phenomenon. For instance, urbanization increases disparities between cities and rural parts of the country. Because there are fewer young people willing to work in the countryside, leaving it far less developed than the population hubs. In conclusion, wider opportunities for job and education drive young people to move to cities, creating a dynamic workforce that subsequently benefits the economy. Although there is a danger of leaving out the rural areas, with proper management and government action, such disadvantages can be minimized. Okay, it's lovely, Weiyan. There is one area that I do want to point out to you, however. Take a look at this. You said it asks what the reasons are. You said you will. Okay. I just want to make sure. Okay, good. All right. You know what, Weiyan? Then perfect. The way you structured this essay is absolutely appropriate. I just wanted to make sure. There were two questions. You addressed the first question in your first body paragraph, and you addressed both elements of the second question in your second paragraph. You discussed both the advantages, the benefits, and the disadvantages. Exactly what you should do. So good. That was my one concern, but now looking at the task again, it is clear that you have done this well. Okay, so it's nicely done. I pointed out already some of the little minor problems that I found in some of the areas of the essay, but it's well written, so congratulations, good job. It looks like you're back. Go ahead now and correct these essays. Send the corrected essays back to us. Don't forget to add to your error correction list, and obviously you'll have to write new essays for us. I'm looking forward to them. So go ahead and get all of those tasks done, and I wish you lots of good luck on your next set of essays.